Welcome again to my live fruitful investment strategies. Really keeping you updated about the things that are happening today. And today we're going to talk about the Tshisekedi Kagame, which is actually the case of the DRC. You guys have heard about it. What has been really happening in the DRC? There've been murder going around, and people who have been murdered, by Kagame and his troops. So I'll just be a little bit kind of systematic here and tell you the entire story. Yeah, so this is a story which started actually in the year 1994. I think it's when Habyarimana was actually in power. Habyarimana is the president of Rwanda, was the president of Rwanda then, and then he died. He died because he was killed by Kagame, and he was killed by Kagame, and he was in the same plane when he died. He was in the same plane with the Burundian president, and they were killed by Kagame. The plane was shot, and Kagame took over power. So Kagame has been this so-called the powerful man. So he has been ruling really, let's say, the Central Africa. But what has been happening is that the America has put him there to be actually a soldier to watch, the police of Africa or policing Africa. But many of the nations, many of the countries have been really resisting him because he has really putting a Harvard, giving headache to many of the head states of Africa who are around actually those areas. So he is the one who actually overthrown Mobutu. That was in 1997. He overthrew Mobutu. Mobutu had to run to Morocco, and he died there. So after Mobutu died, Kagame came in with a new man, and that was Kabila. He thought that Kabila was going to hear him. Hello, sir. Please make sure that you like and you comment on our video. So he wanted to make sure that Kabila was actually under his authority, and that's what he was doing. Looking for everywhere to actually dominate or kind of rule over Kabila. But Kabila was such an independent guy who did not want to be ruled, and Kabila kind of escaped his rule. And by doing that, Kabila was killed. So he was also killed or murdered by the same man, Kagame. So this man has been really going. He's a warmongering guy, and he has really been going out there and looking again for ways to actually have power over those that actually over the people in the Great Lake. And that's what Kagame has been doing. That's what he has been up to, and that's what he's up to all the time. So in the Congo, we have lost at least 8 million guys. 8 million people, or more than 8 million people have died. Now we're talking about more than 8 million because people were killed, massacred, like no one can ever say. And what happened? What happened is that actually half of those people who have been really eliminated are the people who are the children. The children have been eliminated. They come with pangas and machetes, and then they kind of, eliminate the kids. So that's what happens with this man. That's what happens with this man. He's really, really, he doesn't have a heart. He's really a heartless man. I myself, I'm talking about it. I come from the eastern part of the Congo. That's where I grew up. That's where I've been in the war when he was actually coming up with Kabila and they're trying to take power in the DRC. I was there, and how, they were coming and ravaging, just taking lives. And, I remember when actually the war entered in the DRC, that was in 1997. We had, people were running from across all over, with their bags and their children being carried, some on the breast, some on the back, and some on the, you're dragging children. Some had lost their children, There was no, things were just going by. Hi, Noah. Hi, Noah. Welcome again. It's been a while. It's been a while, Noah. Please make sure that you like and you share. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So it's really, when we're children, we could see this, how terrorizing the things would be, how really people were massacred, how people were, eliminated. The trauma of war, when you grow with that trauma of war, when you grow with people who are actually terrorizing you, and that's what has been, people grow in that terrorizing moment. Oh, sorry for losing your dog, sorry for losing your dog. So people were terrorized, people were taken out of their, you have much more psychological sickness. People were actually sick psychologically because of these wars, because of these issues that keep on going on. And Kagame, this is a president of Rwanda I'm talking about. He has been in power for 30 years. So there is no democracy in his country. Actually, there is no democracy in his country, and democracy does not exist. And in that sense, he actually keep other countries terrorized. Now he's actually threatening South Africa to make war with South Africa. Yeah, war need to end, Noah. War really need to end. And for war to end, we really have to stand for our rights. So the thing is, he's actually threatening, Kagame, he's threatening the South African president and saying, hey, if you want, we can actually go a little further in this war. And that's what has been happening. The guy is really threatening. He's putting out threat there to bring the war. But now, after they took the city of Goma, which is in the DRC, they killed, they unlived thousands and thousands of people. People, really, the city is just destroyed, and it's chaotic. It's really scenes that you don't want to see. And where do they receive these weapons? Yes, of course, from the United States, from Israel, from United Kingdom, and from all these countries, who gives them weapons, and weapons to kill innocent people who do not have, weapons, who do not have something to resist with. They have the best technology, which is actually used in the West, and they stand there, they use it against the people who are actually there. And that is really, really, really bad, in terms of security and the Great Lakes. The Great Lakes is it's a very great area. It's a big area. The weather there is just so wonderful. It's the most perfect place. The world has gone really crazy because of wars. Risk wars everywhere. And now you see the Great Lakes. When I was there, when you look at potatoes, for example, in the Great Lakes, you look at potatoes, the potato is so big, so large. The potato, just a sweet potato, or let's say a normal potato, is so large. We could, there is no lack of food there. You can taste, for example, meat, cow meat. It's really the best cow meat that you have. The Great Lakes has the best weather, it has the best food, it has the best everything. When you go to Goma, it's just so wonderful. And you have that volcano, it gives you the best view. Oh, Goma is just wonderful. And I remember that place to say, hey, this was paradise. That was paradise on earth. When you are in the Kivu, you really don't want to be anywhere else, because it is the best place to be. It is the best place to live on earth. It is really, the weather is just so nice and so cool. And having it taken by Rwandese army coming in, oh, that is really good, Noah. Keep going, keep going, keep going. So when you have actually Rwandese coming in and actually taking, taking that area and spreading what they're doing now, fear and warmongering, it really hurts us. Not only that, but now you have also Yoweri Museveni, who is actually threatening to go in the Congo. The thing is, let's go back actually to the war situation. Congo is an independent country, and Congo is a country that lives at peace. It's a country that likes to live with its neighbors in peace. Now you have a man who actually does not like peace, a man that does not like to live in peace, but he wants to conquer land. And that is Kagame. You want to conquer land. Now, you have Congo, which actually resists him. Congo does not want anybody to rule over them, anybody to colonize over them. Remember that Congo lost actually 10 million people being killed. That was half of the population being killed by this man who was actually a Belgian king. And Leopold II, he killed half the population. He cut them pangas. He killed them. You know why? Because his rule was that you had to produce copper, or else, if you did not produce enough copper, you deserved not to live. So, because you did not deserve to live, he had to unalive you. And then he had to take everything that you have, threaten your family, and all that. So, people were working really hard until the West discovered what Leopold II was doing, Leopold II was doing. They came to the rescue of the Congo, and then they took the Congo from him, and they put pressure on him, and he gave it. It became Belgian Congo. So the Belgian Congo was actually a short period, and then Congo became independent. But even though Congo became independent, it engorges a lot of resources. It has a lot of resources, and uh, yeah, I really don't understand. It has a lot of resources, and these resources, they really benefit the world. They benefit the technology. For you to have your phone, for example, that you're holding in, you need minerals from Congo. For you to have your phone, your computers, you need minerals from Congo. For you to have your TVs, your electric cars, your best appliances, you all need minerals from Congo. Congo has coltan, it has zinc, it has copper, it has all these minerals in abundance. So everyone want to have these minerals. And you have the multinationals. You have the Elon Musk, for example, with his Tesla business. He wants to actually have a lot of these minerals. You have the Chinese who actually are there. They also want to have a lot of these minerals. So what they do, they create disorder, they create wars, they create proxies, and that's what they do. They create proxies, and once they have these proxies, they can rule over. Once they can rule over, they have taken over everything, and that's ended. That is it. And that is what is happening right now in the Congo. They have actually ruled in, they have come in to take over. They have created their boxes. Rwanda has its boxes, Uganda has its boxes, and other people have their boxes and their proxies, and they're coming in just to, get the chunk of the elephant, cutting the elephant so that they can get the chunk of the elephant. But now, what is happening now? What is happening fast forward? The Congolese government was actually in talk with actually Rwanda, trying to make peace. But now, you know what? It didn't work because Rwanda is actually supporting a rebel and a terrorist organization. And at the same time, Rwanda is using its military to fight against the country, which is just not understanding. It's like the UK, and then you have, let's say, Dublin sending its soldiers in the UK to fight. Yes, Noah, please, good night. Please, good night. Yes, just share, and thank you so much. Thank you so much for liking. So that's what's happening. And, using its actually proxies to create wars. That is what is happening, guys. That is what is happening. And what happens? Yes, my country has been invaded by actually Kagame, by Paul Kagame. And that's what we're talking about here. My country has been invaded by Paul Kagame, and he's actually unaliving innocent people and taking all the minerals that is there. Just, it's a sad situation. It is a really sad situation. It is a cry because Goma has been taken, and Goma is one of the wealthiest people or wealthiest region in our country. So what happens? Back to Museveni. Museveni has his proxies. Kagame has his proxies, and all these people have their proxies, and they're coming together to fight against a nation which is independent. We should not have these wars. We should not have people who actually think that they're stronger than others because they have the support of the West, or they have the support of others, and having the strongest military and to fight others and to kill. No, I just want to say thank you for God bless you. Oh, thank you, Noah. Thank you, Noah. Thank you. God bless you too. God bless you too. So that is very important. That is very important. And how to preserve war is actually to speak against these bullies. These bullies are there to destroy the lives of people. They're there to take, what unalive people. They're there to just, spread out warmongers. Please make sure that you subscribe and you like and you share. So that's what the bullies do. And we have to stand against the bullies. And this is Kagame. You have to stand against him and you tell him, hey, this cannot continue anymore. You have 12 million people who have been unalived. You have 12 million people. That is not genocide. That is a Holocaust. That is a Holocaust horror. Blood running out, just unimaginable how people can do. The airport's actually right now it was closed. The airport of Rwanda was closed. The airport of Goma was closed, so they're still closed. It's not yet open, and there is still ongoing fights. In some parts of the region, and things are happening like that. So it's really a sad situation whereby you find actually people who are actually living and going on with their lives, and now they cannot do anything anymore because of one person who has decided to take war to that nation. And I am really thankful because now this is something which has been taken by many more. There was a Security Council meeting which actually happened both on Sundays and on Monday, before these people came and invaded the region. And they decided, actually they condemned Rwanda. That is true, but they have to take additional actions. Condemning alone is not enough. Saying that we are condemning a region, it's not enough. You have to give sanctions. You have to actually take actions. Yeah, I mean, if it's open to go. Yeah, we have to stand. We have to stand, and that's what we are trying to do: draw awareness so that this issue can be known, and we can actually spread that all across, and that will help us in terms of people knowing what is happening, people taking action, what is happening, and people partaking that issue, because this is really horrible, and it's not just Rwanda, it's many other countries, many other coalitions which are sitting together to get these minerals, the minerals of the Congo. And once they have those minerals of the Congo, what they do, they can build their atomic bombs, they can build their own cars, they can actually have a progressive life, they can have phones. And that's that's what happens. And that's what we see really happening. And we have to kind of come in and say, hey, stop this, this has to stop, this has to take to an end, because we cannot have this anymore. We have to change situations, we have to change lives, we have to actually change, because without change we cannot achieve anything. And that is the thing we're trying to bring here: change, the change we need. Yeah, they're actually in the east, in the eastern part of the Congo. Congo is a very big country. It's actually 2,000 kilometers from the capital. And then Congo is like, let's say, half part of Europe. So the eastern part of Europe, the entire eastern part of Europe, we can call it Congo, because it's a very huge country with a lot of minerals. It has the best water in the world. It has the best of everything that you can see in the world. And the country is not that very strong because it has been under a lot of embargo. It has been under a lot of pressure as well. It could not buy its own weapons. It could not buy anything. And the country has been really under a lot of pressure. So that's what has been happening in there. But as the president was trying to get it actually close to the country to a position whereby it could stand, the country to a position whereby it could actually fight for its own. Just when he was trying to give it the means to stand for its own, then come this guy, a Rwandan guy, this Kagame, to destroy. And that is really not interesting. That is really not interesting. So we have to really stand, we have to fight, we have to defend our right, we have to really stand and say, hey, no, this cannot keep on going like this. This has to change. This has to change. This guy has actually unalived Rwandans, and he is actually claiming that they did the genocide in Rwanda I don't believe that that happened. I believe it's happened both to the Tutsis and to the Hutus. They were killing each other, they were unaliving each other. That's what they did. And, that's the situation which actually spread over the borders, because when they were fighting, the Hutus had to run to the border with Congo and they had to live there. And now this guy was actually going to hunt the Hutus, but it's been since 1994. These people are old, these people are dead. They are no longer there. Yeah, we really want peace, and that's what we're living for. We want peace. So the thing is, we have to bring awareness. If we want peace, we have to bring awareness to these kind of situations, to say, hey, people have to really know what is really happening. Once they know what is really happening, then they can help in terms of, giving actually that peace a chance. That's what we need, actually, people giving that peace a chance, so that peace can actually take place. So if that peace is not given a chance to actually prosper, then we have a situation, we have a really big situation in these times. And that has to change. Life, we have to change the way we actually look at things and the way we go by. So the situation is just like President Tshisekedi has not been willing to actually negotiate with the M23, which is a rebel group, which is a terrorist group. We do not negotiate with terrorists. We cannot negotiate with terrorists. So, oh, your neighbor is getting robbed. How is he getting robbed? Are there thieves there? You go and help him, please. So go and help your neighbor. When you finish helping your neighbor, tell me how it went. You know. So that is the thing. We cannot have this situation going on. We cannot have this person really bothering the entire region. That's Kagame bothering the entire region. We cannot have it. People have been unalived, and life cannot continue like that. Everything has to change from now on. Everything has to be different. It's either he goes, or either we stay, or either he goes, or either we go, either he stay. Because things cannot be like this anymore. Things cannot continue like this anymore. Things has to change. And we want the change, The change that we have to bring has to be something. We have to bring a world in which everybody can live in peace. Everybody can enjoy the peace. Everybody can enjoy the part of this creation that the Lord has given us. So that's actually, it's really something. Oh, that's nice. That's nice, Noah. That's nice, Noah. So that is really, please, guys, please make sure that you like. Make sure that you like, please. Make sure that you like and you subscribe. Make sure that you like and you subscribe. So that is really what has been happening. It's really not fair that people have to suffer because of what God has given them in terms of minerals, resources that God has given them. Things has to change. Life has to change. People have to come together. People have to know how to live together. People have to know how to actually progress with each other. But if this continues like this, there'll be a lot of bloodshed. There'll be a lot of bloodshed. Why? Because one person is willing to actually underlook other people and neglect other people and think that he's the best. And that we cannot take it any longer. People are tired. People want changes. People want actually to have something different. People want to live differently. People want to see something different. And that's what people are really willing to see here. So there is really a possibility to give people a different view on this. Hello, Feli. Hello, Frère Feli. Yeah. Oh, God bless you. God bless you. Yeah. So there is really, we have to give peace a chance. And that has to start with that guy has to be removed from power. That guy has to be removed from his position. If he, Kagame, does not really get removed from that population, from that position, we'll have not only problems with Congo, we'll have problems with actually Rwanda and with Burundi, and then we're going to have problems with Uganda because Uganda is going to support this actually felony guy. And not only that, we have South Africa, which has introduced itself in the situation, and we are going. Oh, you're going to help your dad? They have a knife? What do you mean they have a knife, Noah? So we're going really to have a situation which is really very difficult. A situation which is really difficult. It's now Angola has been actually participating in it. Angola is coming in the war because it sent its soldiers to Congo. You have also South Africa, which has sent its soldiers to Congo. You have also Malawi, which has sent its soldiers to Congo. Some of them were killed. You have also Zimbabwe, which is actually, I think, because it is in the SADC, it's also going to send. You mean Bat? Okay. You have also Zimbabwe, which is actually going to send the Congo. And then you have Rwanda, which is actually with Uganda, with Kenya, and then Sudan. You have all these countries, a pact of these countries, which are going to fight with one another. It is really, really, really a dangerous situation. It is something we have actually to stand against. It is something we have to fight against. We have to defend our land. Congo has to defend itself. We have to say no. Enough is enough. And enough is really enough. 12 million is enough. We cannot have it anymore. We need the change, and the change has to come now. Now is the time to make the change. Now is the time actually to change everything. Now is the time to say, hey, we do not want this. We have had enough. And then we want to follow a different direction. We want actually to walk in a different way. This, we cannot take it any longer. And that's what I think has to happen right now. That's what I think we are going to take as a decision to actually say, hey, we are not working with you. You want to work with us, you have to work with us on our own laws and regulations that we set, on our own base and rules. We cannot work with you the way you want us to work with you. We cannot go the same way that you are going. It is a different world today. We cannot continue like that. And we have to make sure that we liberate the Hutus, because the Hutus have been really living under fear. The people of Rwanda have been really living under an atmosphere that is really not acceptable. I'm not really a politician, but I think this is not acceptable, that people can be living such a life. So I'm really calling on to attention of everybody. I'm calling on to the realizing of everybody that really it is enough. Congo has had enough. Enough. Too much has been lost. Too much bloodshed has been shed. Too many people have gone, lost. Some of them until today, they don't know where their fathers or the mothers are. They don't know where their siblings are. Some of them have just grown without knowing anything. Some of them have grown without knowing their fathers. Life has been really tough for these people. And it's really enough. This is the time to say, hey, enough is enough. And this is really a situation. I'm really happy with the speech that the president of Congo hold, and say we are not going to have peace with M23, and that's what we are not going to do. We are not going to hold peace with them. Peace talks with them. We are not going to talk with them. We are going to fight them. If it takes, I don't know, to actually let us all just perish, because who is going to stay on this earth? Let us just perish, but let us stand for what is right. Let us, for one sake, let us stand for what is right. Let us say no, no. When the situation is enough, let us say no, and let us stand for what is right. What is right will remain right no matter what. No matter what. The truth is always the truth. It will never change. The truth is always the truth, no matter where, no matter. It's the truth is universal, and we have actually to stand on our boat and say, no, we cannot continue with this. No, we can not work with this. We have our own rules, we have our own regulations, and that's what we want to follow. So really, I'm really thankful. But I think with the situation going on right now, it's going to boil up before it comes down. So it's going really to boil up before it comes down. We keep actually bringing attention to these issues so that our viewers know what is really happening in the Congo where we come from. And hopefully God will bring peace there soon. But yeah, so when you pray, please remember Congo. Remember to pray for Congo. Remember to pray for the women who actually have lost their husband. I was looking at a woman crying after her husband and saying, "I have no mother. I have no brother. Those terrorists have taken my husband. They have taken my husband." Can you imagine, guys? Can you imagine? They have taken my husband. I have no father. I have no mother. They have taken my husband. I mean, imagine they take your father, imagine they take your mother, imagine they take your wife, your husband. Oh, man, it's really a horrible thing. It's really a horrible thing. So let us stand together. Let us bring awareness. Let us speak about this and let people know about it. So, thank you actually for participating in this live. And I think I'll just close it up here. And if you've not subscribed, please make sure that you subscribe, you like, and you share. And I'll keep holding my live so that we can actually have a constant live. These days, a lot of things happened. So I haven't been able to actually hold lives. But now I'm going to hold, a lot of lives. This week might be a bit different, but I think from this week or next week or something like that, I'll be constantly holding live so that we can actually have something to talk. So please, if you have anything, let me know in the comments. Talk to me. Let me know what you think about this video, and let's keep the conversation going on. Like and share, guys, and see you on the next one.